I'm going to be blunt in this video. I have seen project managers failing in their career not because they didn't know how to make Gantt charts or dashboards or they don't know the formulas. All these things can be done with the tool. They failed because they don't know how to lead the people. These tools are just tools. They're not the real engine. The real engine is your soft skills. The real engine is how you treat people, how you lead these people. Today, I'm going to show you the human side of project management. I call it the 2026 project management roadmap. These skills are not taught in any textbooks. These skills are, coming from someone who does this day in and day out with my team. I have close to 100 people right now. And I manage these tools, these things every single day. And these things, no textbook taught me actually. The first rule is, I call it as the grandmother rule of communication. Basically, what do I mean by that is, and this is what I tell my son Veer, who is a 5-year-old, that whatever, say it in a language which your grandmom will understand. I always say this to him. So simple as that. In your project also, use the communication, write the emails or communicate in such simple language that even your grandmom or a 5-year-old can understand. That's the power of communication. That's what I call it as the grandmother rule of communication. Second is about conflict management. Conflict is healthy, but you know what? Silence is deadly. If you see your team is silent and they're not contributing anymore, this is a red flag. This means most likely they will either they don't care anymore or they're gonna, leave the organization. If conflicts are happening, this means they really care about it. What matters is that you're not just taking side of one person. What really matters is you're trying to understand the problem and come up with a solution which is a win-win for everyone. Even if you favor one person, give a logical, practical reasoning of why you are picking one solution over the other. So remember, it's better to have an open, transparent communication as compared to silence. Silence means it's deadly for your project right now. Third, I always say this, empathy is very, very important. You need to be empathetic to people's situation. And it's not that it just comes you have to use the word empathy or you use some statements and you show empathy. What is more important that empathy should come from within our side, right? I remember, I was talking to one of my sales team manager, and he was like, Varun, the sales are not coming, for that particular category. And, I'm working very hard. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm working, day in and day out, but the sales are not coming. I first of all, what my first response was, are you okay? I mean, the doctor has advised you not to stay up at night, and why are you even working? So that just immediately came in my mind, right? I didn't even worried about the problem of, why the sales are not coming. That is something, we'll discuss it. We'll figure it out why it is not coming as a secondary step. But that act of empathy shown by me was just natural. So you have to actually feel that empathy. It's not like a show off or, you just use some fancy words to do that. Fourth, and the most important, I call it as the mirror test. I'm pretty sure that, you are managing your projects, right? You're recording your meetings. Do one thing, go back and watch a recording of any one of the meeting which you did. When you will do that, if let's say you are the only one speaking, then there is definitely a problem. So when you go back and record and watch it, you will see that, what you are doing right or what you are doing wrong. And similarly, it's the other way around as well. And always remember, always focus on the problem, not on the people who's creating that problem, because problem is more important as compared to the person. Because if we just target on the people side, then I think, we are going on the wrong direction. So if you are ready to be more like a strategic leader as compared to a taskmaster, send me an email at varun.anand@eduhubspot.com and I will share with you a stakeholder engagement strategy which I have created, at my end, and I follow it from time to time. I read it and I actually implement it on my projects. And in the comments below, let me know if you would like me to make some video on project management or something, whatever, where you are getting stuff, and I'll be more than happy to guide you in this journey. Hit like, subscribe, stay unstoppable, never stop learning, keep upskilling, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.